Welcome to the Well-Read Monocle. Today we are exploring a fascinating, darkly comedic and quietly profound look at societal expectations, conformity, and the search for identity. We are diving into a story that challenges our very definition of what it means to lead a normal life. The narrative centers on Keiko Furukura, a 36-year-old woman who has spent the entirety of her adult life, 18 years to be precise, working as a part-time assistant at a Hiromachi Station Smile Mart. From a young age, Keiko has struggled to grasp conventional social cues. She often takes things far too literally or reacts to everyday situations in ways that others find baffling or even deeply disturbing. For her, the chaotic and unpredictable nature of human behavior is a mystery she simply cannot solve. However, the convenience store provides her with a much-needed manual for life. It is a highly structured, predictable, and brightly lit sanctuary where she knows exactly how to speak, how to dress, and how to interact with customers. The store gives her a sense of purpose and a clear framework for existing in a world that otherwise makes no sense to her. Within those glass doors, she is not a misfit. She is a perfectly functioning cog in the machine of retail. Despite her absolute contentment within the shop, the outside world is not so forgiving. Society, represented by her well-meaning but overbearing friends, her concerned family, and her intrusive co-workers, constantly pressures her to conform to traditional adult milestones. They simply cannot understand why she refuses to seek a professional career or find a husband. To them, her satisfaction with a simple part-time existence is not just odd, it is unacceptable. To stop this constant, invasive interference, Keiko enters into a bizarre marriage of convenience with a former co-worker named Shiraha. Shiraha is a cynical, deeply prejudiced man who decides to hide out in Keiko's flat to escape his own mounting debts and the crushing weight of societal judgment. In return, Keiko uses his physical presence in her home as a shield to satisfy the expectations of her peers. For a short time, this arrangement works perfectly. The people in her life are absolutely thrilled, assuming she has finally been cured of her eccentricities and has become a normal, functioning woman. But the pressure continues to mount. Egged on by Shiraha and the relentless expectations of her family, Keiko eventually makes the drastic decision to quit her beloved convenience store to seek a conventional corporate job. Removed from the highly regulated, comforting environment of the shop, she immediately loses her sense of purpose. She stops caring for herself, struggling to function at even a basic level as she realizes her very identity and physical rhythms are inextricably tied to the store. Without the convenience store manual to guide her, she literally no longer knows how to exist. In the final moments of the story, whilst on her way to a job interview, Keiko's deeply ingrained instincts suddenly take over inside a different convenience store. Without thinking, she effortlessly begins rearranging promotional displays and assisting the flustered staff, realizing she simply cannot deny her true nature. She ultimately accepts that she is, fundamentally, a convenience store worker. She casts aside what society expects of her in favor of the only world that gives her life meaning. This narrative presents a sharp, unsentimental critique of modern conformity, capitalism, and the intense pressures placed on individuals who step outside the accepted path. It asks us what it truly means to be a normal part of society, and whether finding peace in an unconventional life is really something that needs to be cured. Thank you for listening, and be sure to subscribe to the Well-Read Monocle for more insightful literary explorations.